Alright, so the object of this video is I am not a professional woodworker in any way, shape, or form. It's a hobby. I do the best I can. If I had different tools, obviously maybe I'd have a more professional type result, but basically what I did is I had these slats of wood and I cut them down to 4 inches that I thought was a good size, and I drew the little if you want to call it dovetail pattern. Obviously, like I said, I'm not a pro. And what I began to do was cut out the notches, put 4 of these together. Obviously, it wasn't professional, as you can see by the gaps, etc., etc. But it doesn't matter. They went together. I glued them. Then I sanded them on the belt sander until I had a nice uniform shape. And right now what I am doing is I cut some more little tinier slats out for the bottoms. And once I get all done with nailing them and gluing them, I'll go sand them again to get these rough edges off and to make it, again, uniform. And then what I did for handles, I had a dowel and I shaped it with a, which I'll do, I shaped it with a Dremel to make it a round kind of a knob shape, and then I cut it off, put a nail through here with some glue, and I attached it on there. So, and it made a little pull handle kind of to get them out of the jewelry box itself. So I've got 2 done already. The other one I had done for my oldest granddaughter had 3 like that. Obviously they were spaced apart because the, you know, what was in between them, the drawer section. But anyway, this is how far I've gotten. I've got 2 of them done. This one I'm finishing up right now. I just got through gluing it. I'm going to put the nails in and let it dry, and then I'll sand everything down. So that's where I'm at right this moment. And because it's such 1/4 inch wood, I have to drill everything, even for these tiny nails, because everything splits. So I have to pre-drill. Over here sanding, and it dawned on me what a great view I have while I'm sanding. So I decided to get the camera and show you, because I got the door open. So anyway, here's my garage, and if I zoom, there's the garden right there. Now let me come back in and I'll show you here my little pigsty where I've been working. This is, and here's my my sander that my brother-in-law bought me for Christmas a couple of years back. So I'm standing here sanding, and every now and then I just glance out the window and I watch people walking by. Then I come back over here and sand some more, and so far I haven't sanded my fingers off. They are cut so rough that they require a lot of sanding. And then an attempt to eliminate the warping that's on them, but even on this one it's really a bad piece. I can sand them as much as I can to try to fit them better and get them to be the jewelry box that I'm hoping it's going to be. And this is jewelry box number 2. So hopefully I've learned a little from jewelry box number 1. And by the time I get to jewelry box 3 and 4, I'll have learned even more. So let me get back to sanding. Alright, this is going to be tricky. Here's a piece of dowel. It's a 1/2 inch diameter. And basically, here's my Dremel tool, and I'm going to try to shape this to a rounded thing. Then I'm going to run the thing, the Dremel all the way around to incise this area, then to make it look more like a little knob, and then I'll cut it off and attach it. So here goes the noise. Alright, this has been cleaned up quite a bit. I have a little piece of wood with some sandpaper here that I think it's 100 grit. And I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Clearly I'm not going for perfection. And then all I do now is, let's try this. Alright, so I marked the center of the front of that panel, put a little tiny hole in there. Here's my itty bitty little nail. Put a tiny little hole in the end of that knob. And I get my wood glue out here. Wood glue. And get a little dot of glue on there. Oop, sit back up there. There. Difficult to do this with the camera. Essentially is a finished jewelry box. Oops, that's the squeaky drawer. I gotta do a little sanding on that one. So there it is. And that one's for my granddaughter Nikayla, because the first one I made was given to my oldest granddaughter Carissa.